Most follow-up email sequences for service businesses are terrible. And I don't mean poorly designed or technically broken. I mean they're so obviously templated and generic that they immediately signal to your reader that they're just another name in your database. Here's what usually happens. Someone downloads your lead magnet because they have a specific problem they're trying to solve. They're hoping you might be the person who can help them. Then they get your first follow-up email, and it starts with something like, "Welcome to our community," or "Thank you for your interest in our services." Instantly, that personal connection is broken. You've gone from being a potential solution to their problem to being just another business trying to nurture them through a funnel. The biggest mistake service business owners make is thinking they need to sound professional and polished in their emails. But professional doesn't mean robotic. Your potential clients want to work with a real person who understands their situation, not a corporate entity that sends the same message to everyone. Instead of trying to create some complex nurture sequence with 15 emails, let me show you a simple 4-email framework that covers everything you need. Email 1. This one should deliver value like ASAP. The first email goes out immediately after they opt in. But instead of thanking them for joining your list, start with their problem. Something like, "You downloaded the guide because your current marketing isn't bringing in the clients you need, right?" Then deliver on exactly what you promised, but add context they can't get anywhere else. Don't just send the PDF and call it done. Explain what they should focus on first, what mistakes to avoid, or share a quick story about why you created this resource. Email 2. This email can go out, maybe 2 days later. This is where you address the gap between where they are and where they want to be. You're not selling anything yet. You're just helping them understand why their current approaches aren't working. For example, most people who download that guide try to implement everything at once. Here's why that backfires. Then share a specific insight that helps them think differently about their situation. Email 3. Give them, or better still, show them a proof of concept, day 5 or 6. Now you can share a success story, but not the way most people do it. Don't share some incredible transformation story that sounds too good to be true. Share a story about someone who had the exact same problem your reader has and focus on the specific steps that made the difference. Email 4. The soft introduction to working together. About a week after they opted in. This is where you can mention your services, but frame it around the natural next step for someone in their situation. Something like, "If you're realizing that you need help implementing this stuff consistently, here's how we work with clients like you." So let me use the opportunity to answer this question people often ask. How can you find the right language to connect with them? The difference between emails that get ignored and emails that build relationships comes down to the language you use. Most service business owners write emails the way they think they should sound, not the way they actually talk. 1. Use their internal voice. Your potential clients aren't thinking, "I need to optimize my conversion funnel." They're thinking, "Why isn't anyone calling me back after they download my stuff?" Write to the voice in their head, not the business terminology they don't use. Every service business owner has the same underlying fears. Am I charging too much? Am I not good enough at this? What if I can't actually help this person? Your emails should acknowledge these concerns without being a therapy session. 3. Be specific about what they're supposed to do next. Instead of, "If you're ready to take your business to the next level, try." If you're tired of wondering whether your website is the reason people aren't calling you back. Specificity shows you understand their exact situation. So how can you avoid sounding like a desperate salesperson in the eyes of your leads? Here's the thing that trips up most service business owners. You're so worried about being pushy that you end up being boring instead. But there's a middle ground between aggressive sales tactics and hiding what you do. The secret is relevance. When you mention your services, make it about them, not about you. Instead of, "We offer marketing audits," try, "When you're ready to find out exactly where your marketing is breaking down, we can show you the specific issues in about 5 minutes." Curiosity can be a great tool for you to play around with. Don't lay out your entire process in your emails. Give them enough information to understand you know what you're talking about, but leave them wanting to know more. There are usually 3 places where service businesses lose potential clients, and most people only focus on one of them. Also, you kind of want to make it easy to say no. This sounds counterintuitive, but when you give people permission to not be interested, the people who are interested become more engaged. This obviously isn't for everyone. In fact, if you're happy with your current marketing results, you can ignore this. Most email platforms have simple automation features that can handle this sequence, so no, you don't need to build out some large company of spew out large bills to benefit from this. First you need to just keep it simple, okay? Set up your 4 emails to go out automatically after someone opts in. That's it. You don't need complex branching logic or behavioral triggers. Just a simple sequence that runs the same way for everyone. 2. You'll be so much better off if you just write like you're talking to one person. The biggest mistake is writing emails that sound like announcements to a crowd. Write each email like you're having a conversation with one specific person who has the exact problem you solve. And finally, you'll need to go through your own opt-in process with a different email address. Do the emails make you want to keep reading? Do they answer questions you actually have? If your own sequence bores you, it's definitely boring your potential clients. So to wrap up, I just want you to leave this with you. With follow-up sequences, well, that's where most service businesses either win or lose their potential clients. But it doesn't have to be complicated or sleazy to be effective. When you write emails that sound like real conversations about real problems, people respond like they're talking to a real person. The 4 email framework we covered, immediate value, reality check, proof of concept, and soft introduction, gives you everything you need to stay connected with your leads without overwhelming them or sounding like every other business in your industry. Remember, your potential clients opted in because they have a problem they need help solving. Your job isn't to convince them they have a problem. They already know that. Your job is to help them understand why their current approaches aren't working and position yourself as the person who can help them fix it. If you would like a quick 5-minute audit of your funnel or your process to spot the areas that you can test and improve upon, check out the free downloadable checklist, especially made for service businesses with smaller teams. It's meant to help you trace the leaks in your own business and identify what your next steps should be to solve it. This way, you can make changes to those exact areas of your sales pipeline and understand your customer better. This way, you'll be more likely to get more out of your marketing efforts, even with the same number of leads in future. The link is in the description below. This has been Rita with ClicksandThings.com. See you in the next one.